Yeah. And you know what's funny about that is for the Mad Club event that I did with Jay, we actually lost money throwing that event. And when I say lost money, like we had to come out of pocket to throw that event for, our people and give them some education, get speakers out here and all that kind of stuff. So when we ran the numbers with everything that we had to put on, we didn't make any money throwing that event. But what came from that event was the part.
This is the Leo Climaco podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Leo Climaco podcast. My guest today is my dear friend, John Jon Gonzales, your luxury real estate agent. What's up, my dude?
What's up, my brother? I appreciate you having me on once again.
This is round 2, baby.
Round 2. I love the new setup. I love the new vibes.
Thank
see
you,
the
man.
growth, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
I appreciate that. I'm proud of you too, bro. I seen your growth. I saw you with Artlanta at
Art Basel
Art
event.
Basel. Yes, you're doing huge things, bro.
That was one for the books, man.
That looked incredible.
That was in my city, in my
Yes,
hometown.
yes.
Shout out Hialeah, baby.
That looked
Hialeah.
incredible. How'd you pull that off?
So, Artlanta, first of all, he gets 99% of the credit. No doubt about it. He's been doing Art Basel for, I think that was his 3rd year that he's done it now.
He's so creative.
He's one of the best, man. He's one of the best. It's a funny story how we met. I met him before he had done any cars, before he was, this big personality that he is now, at least online. He's always had that same energetic, wonderful personality. But
Where'd you meet him?
the power of Instagram, man. I saw that he painted his own 2 cars. And I reached out and I was like, man, that's super dope. And I didn't know where he was at that point in his artist career, right? But I was like, man, what do you charge for those things? And, me and him started talking back and forth. And I was like, bro, I'm going to do it soon. I'm going to do it soon.
To your car?
To my car.
Okay.
Because I loved it. I was like, that's so different. And
how much did he charge?
back then he was charging about $5,000 a car.
That's not too bad.
Now he's probably 20, 50, who knows where.
Yeah.
He's going to Dubai and doing all these crazy things, and Mark Cuban and the other guys from Shark Tank and all that.
Really?
He hasn't done their cars, but he's shaking hands with these people. He's in the rooms. He just went on stage, and Donald Trump brought him on stage.
I saw that
at the rally.
He painted. He did of the shooting.
I
saw.
And he got Donald Trump to sign it on stage.
That's fucking incredible.
And he just this past weekend, he was at Mar-a-Lago, and it looks like they were auctioning off the painting.
Wow.
And it looks like he turned down $1 million offer.
I
$1 million
agree.
bid for the.
I would turn that down also.
Yeah,
that's worth
at
at least
5.
10.
Yeah, he's looking to get at least 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And him, Shane, TJ, his partners, his whole group of guys, man, a lot of love for them, man. We just did the Super Bowl party at his place.
The creativity to capitalize on that moment as it occurred.
Man.
Genius.
Man, yeah. And the call that he got was random from what he told me. The Secret Service called him, and he hung up on the Secret Service because he thought it was fake. And then they called him back, and they're like, guys, this is real. And then he was like, he started testing it out, and it ended up being real. And then he pulls up to the back of the rally, and all the cars and the Secret Service and all that. And he was like, holy crap, this is real.
That's crazy. How did Trump hear about it? That's crazy.
I don't know.
The power of Instagram, of social media, probably, yeah.
Power of marketing, for sure.
Yeah.
So I ended up moving into my condo where me and Jay used to stay.
Yes.
And I go to a wine night. You know how all the condos, they have the events for the residents. And I go down there, and Artlanta's there in a Versace robe and if he's in his living room chilling.
The power of Miami.
And I point at him, and then he points at me, and it's kind of like that Spider-Man meme.
Yeah. I know you.
Yeah. And then ever since then, we've been locked in.
That's
I
awesome.
got one of his paintings on my wall. Dope guy, dope art. He's destined for great, great things, for sure.
Shout out to Artlanta, doing good things, man.
Yeah, shout out Art, man. Love you, kid. My brother. So yeah, man. And then Art Basel, like I said, he gets 99% of the credit. He was looking for a venue, contacted me. I also got him his space, his house where he lives at now. So he contacted me because I help him with all his real estate needs.
Smart.
And I was able to find him a spot in a day. Found him a spot in a day, off market. Nobody knew about it. It came from a friend of a friend. Shout out my guy Brandon. I And it was this huge, like more than double of what his last venue space was. So we had one side just for displaying the art of all the artists that were promoting or I guess collabing on the event with him, that he was displaying other artists' art, trying to bring up other artists.
Right.
And then the other side were the bars and more the after party kind of space. But it was an open layout. So it was like a co-mingle space. It was amazing. And we did it a little bit unconventional. You know, everyone was in downtown, Miami Beach, you know, Wynwood kind of thing.
Right.
We did it in my home city, Hialeah.
Incredible.
And people said, don't do it in Hialeah. It's not going to get done. No one's going to go out there. Man, we slammed the place out. It was the lines outside, the traffic trying to get in.
That's incredible. Bro, they make it sound like Hialeah is like West Palm.
I know.
It's right there.
It's 15 minutes away, literally. I guess it's just because of the bad rep that Hialeah gets.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're just a bunch of people that are first generation trying to do better for ourselves.
Yep.
So do better, Miami. Hialeah's good. Hialeah's good. It's a bunch of good people trying to do better.
Yes.
And, you know, look, I'm a product of Hialeah. I'm proud of it. I'll never shy away from that. Hialeah made me who I am today. And I'm just trying to put on, man. Trying to put on for the city, put on for my people, put on for my family.
Bro, you're doing a great job. I put on for my city. You know, you doing it, bro. Doing it big.
I try, bro. I try. I appreciate it, man.
So catch me up. What has happened in your life from the last time we spoke till now?
Man, so many things, man. So many things.
It's been like 6 months?
At least, I would
Right?
say.
I think it was last summer, right? Like September, something like that.
I have the worst memory, man.
Me too.
But if it was before, it was for sure before Art Basel. It was before all my events.
Yes.
Did I do the Mad Club event already? Did I do that one?
It was just after you did an event with Jay.
The Mad Club event, yeah. So
It was just after that.
Yeah, so we did that event.
When was that?
That was July 13th.
So we probably shot in like August, September.
Yeah, so that one was at Mad Club. That's one of the hottest venues in Wynwood for anyone who's from the city. We did that event, we killed it, and then I planned for. I did my own Art Basel event actually with my guys Ernie and Luigi, REI Events. We killed that one. We did Kiki
The white party.
All white, baby, all white. So we try to capitalize on all the. The stuff going on in the world, kind of keep it relevant.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know that what's going on with Diddy and all that, and how he used to throw the white parties. So then I had this idea. Well, no Diddy, but let's do let's do a white party. And girls love a theme. Everybody kind of loves a theme.
Yes.
Especially the women.
Of course.
So we knew that would get a lot more of them out. And the event is not for women. It's not for partying. It's not for anything like that. It's a network of professionals in real estate, investors, title companies, lenders, realtors.
I was supposed to be there, but I couldn't go last minute. I'm so sorry.
Man,
next one I'm down.
This is my dear friend.
Next
guys.
one I'm there. I'm so sorry. Next one I'm there. I promise.
Yeah, man. So, next one. We'll get into the next one, but the next one is March 5th, 305 Day.
Oh, it's coming up soon.
Next
Yes.
week.
Next week. I'm there.
We're only in Dade.
I'm
at
there.
Lincoln Brewery. We're shutting down a block.
That's gonna be incredible.
Block party.
March 5th. That's what, a Friday?
It's a Friday.
It's a
yes.
Friday.
So a lot of people ask me, what's 305 Day? Well, March is the third month of the year, 3. And it's the 5th, 05, 305.
Okay.
So if anyone's from Miami,
Got it.
We need reasons to party. We need reasons to celebrate. So that's another excuse. It's a national holiday for us here in the 305. So 305 block party. And we were going to do it at Kiki like I did the last one. And we'll kind of get into why we changed it up, right? But
Where are you doing it now?
It's the block of Lincoln Brewery.
Okay.
In Westchester. So it's in the heart of Miami, right? Right in between Kendall and the airport. So we figured it'd be better to do something in the heart of the community for the community versus like the one we did at Kiki.
Smart.
Right? So in December, we threw the all-white party, Art Basel Week at Kiki on the River, which if anyone knows Kiki on the River, that's where Drake rented it out for his album release party when he came. It's on the river, one of the hottest spots in Miami, super expensive, super luxury. That within it of itself.
Is that where Kiki, do you love me? Is that where it came from?
I don't know if that's where it came from, but he definitely celebrated there with that song. Yeah. So we shut it out, man. They wanted us back, and we want to go back 100%. I love that venue. It was
It must be a good feeling, like when you throw a party at a certain location, they want you back.
Man.
Please come back. It was so good.
So humbling, man.
Yes.
So humbling because, like I said, man, I'm just a kid from Hialeah. And, you know, if you would have told me back before I started real estate or when I graduated college that I would be where I'm at today, I would have taken that bet any day of the week. And I just continue to grow and surprise myself and create new partnerships, new relationships. And it's humbling, man. It's humbling. I sit here a humble man. I give thanks to the Lord. I give, you know, all glory to God with everything that goes on in my life, for sure, 100%.
What I think is so cool about you, bro, is that, like, you found a really unconventional way to get yourself out there, right? Like, I don't see any other agent that's making these connections, these partnerships, these events. You know what I mean? It's such an out-the-box thinking that it really catapulted you.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about that is for the Mad Club event that I did with Jay, we actually lost money throwing that event. And when I say lost money, like we had to come out of pocket to throw that event for, you know, our people and give them some education, get speakers out here and all that kind of stuff. So when we ran the numbers with everything that we had to put on, you know, we didn't make any money throwing that event. But what came from that event was the partnership with the people I'm throwing the events now. So they saw that event.
It's an investment.
Right, correct. We just overspent for the event is really what it was for Mad. We overspent, but
Happens.
That's what happens, right?
Yeah.
That's the cost of doing business.
Exactly.
That's, you know, we did a lot of things last minute, so it was definitely a learning experience, and we switched from location to location. So really, that's what put us under, is because we put deposits down for multiple locations that at the end of the day, we said, like, this is a better one. We want to give them a better experience. We don't care if we lose. So we lost 2 deposits, which is really what set us. It's not like we lost a lot of money. We just weren't in the green, right? But from that came my partnership with Ernie and Luigi and Aria Events, because they have experience throwing events and they've done events in Miami, but they would do it on the investor side. So they're wholesalers. So they would do it like as an investor meetup to sell more deals, or Ernie, for example, to bring in deals to his title company and do hard money.
Yeah.
But they saw my event and they said, wow, like people paid us to go on stage. Like some of the speakers that went on my event, they paid us money versus like they've been throwing free events and they've never been able to pass that threshold of like, okay, now this is a profitable thing that we're doing and we're making money on the back end.
Right.
They were just making money on the back end, but in a way where you can't necessarily calculate your ROI. Like, you know it's there because you know you met a guy and you did a deal and whatever, but it's not an ROI that you can calculate. So they brought me in to show them how we're making money on the events that I throw, how speakers are paying me to be on stage, how to set it up, how to do this, how to do that. So we partnered up, and now we're bringing the investing community plus the realtor community and bringing them together to create this whole new fusion of off-market plus on-market, you know, professional networking events where everyone can just collab. You know, in real estate, we like to keep things in-house.
Right.
But with these events, you meet people from other brokerages, and now you want to keep things in community, right? Like, I can do business with anyone from any other brokerage, and I have a leg up on them because they come to my events, because we shake hands, because we have these conversations, and we might go out afterwards, or you know, we just forming bonds that you wouldn't normally get to form when you're just meeting up to open a door for a client and show a property and maybe potentially get under contract together and do a deal together, right? Like that relationship ends there. Okay, until the next one. Like, now we're giving people a place to come together to share time, share community, you know, share a bonding experience at a great event with great people, with great vibes. And at the end of the day, the goal is to make more money, build the brand, and just, you know, bring the community together. So sometimes you got to lose in business to win. And that's always how I've done my business. I'll lose, but I know that we're going to do business together 20, 30 years. And that turned into a couple events that led up to a great, amazing Art Basel Kiki on the River event where we packed the place out on a Monday.
That's crazy.
That is now leading to the block party that we're doing now with Only in Dade, which if you guys know Miami and you're in Miami-Dade and you know Only in Dade, they are the biggest platform for anything going on in Miami. Every single event and party that's thrown, like festivals and all that kind of stuff in Miami-Dade, they have their hands in.
Yep.
You know, they got 1.8 million followers with probably 99% of that being the Miami-Dade community.
They have a great page.
So, you know, that partnership is alive, and we're doing the blog party, and it's just amazing to see, you know, what comes together. You know, it's amazing. You know, you don't see it when you're going through it, but now you're like, wow, like it was all worth it. It was all, you know, super humbling.
It's all meant to be.
I would have never in a million years guessed that I'm doing what I'm doing now.
What I think is so cool is that doing all these events really raises your perception of value, right? And now you become these people go-to agent.
100%.
Right? You become the authority. You're now the guy that they go to for every single rental or purchase or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I sit here a humbled man, but, you know, sometimes you gotta take a step back. Like, we really throw the biggest and best real estate events in Miami. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta say the truth, and the truth is the truth. Like, show me another person throwing bigger events, better events, hotter events, and doing it on a consistent basis. You know, you might throw one and, you know, you're a one and done, and it's cool, it's awesome, amazing. But we're doing this on a consistent basis, on a consistent level, and we're doing it so successful that we're partnering with the biggest brand in Miami-Dade County for events. Like, you know.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. It's
It
amazing.
really is.
It's amazing.
It's almost like if someone asked you, like, where do you want this to go, right? Like, what's your dream? Like, this would probably be it, you know?
Like, I again, if you would have told me what I'm doing now a couple years ago, I would have like, no way, no shot. I don't believe it. Like, I used to be on Only in Day just scrolling through, like, like seeing what's going on in the city, and now I'm doing an event with them, like, you know, talking with you know, the owner on a daily basis. It's amazing, bro. I love all the doors that it's opened up. I love the value, right, that it gives me. I love everything that comes with it, and I truly love throwing the events. I don't really love it for the value that I get out of it. I love it because it's something that I enjoy doing. It's something that is different from my day-to-day activity.
Right.
It's
being a plug, being a connector.
It's like a side quest, man. And I've always connected people. I've always brokered people, and I've done it selflessly. I've never wanted to be in the middle of a connection and make a little something in between. Like, I always refer my network out selflessly, and I feel like, you know, God has blessed me because he's seen that selflessness, you know, like, out of everyone that could be doing it, like it's me, like, it's crazy. Like, I'm blessed.
I don't think it's so crazy, man. I think it's the right person.
I appreciate that.
I think it's the right person. I don't think it's that crazy. I think you are very smart, very intelligent, and you're a go-getter, John.
I try to be.
You know what I mean? Like, you're someone that you're not scared to fail, and you're not scared to take on the challenge.
Man, I failed so many times.
But that's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's the beauty.
Yeah.
It doesn't deter you. You don't quit because of it. You see it as a lesson. All right, I failed, I learned, next.
You always got to move on. I mean, there's been a lot of, and even in real estate, for sure, so many in real estate. To be honest, it's every month. Like, damn, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this God's plan for me? Is this, you know, my calling? Is this my purpose? There's been nights.
It might not be. It might be a place for you, like a stepping stone. Exactly.
It's a vehicle to get me to the next, and then this.
To you becoming the best event coordinator in Miami.
Maybe, maybe. You know, it's funny. I actually got a call from one of my good friends. Shout out Dan. He's doing a TV show now where he helps entrepreneurs take their business to the next level, and he's filming episodes.
What's it called?
I don't know the name, man. I don't know the name. I know
Is it called Legacy Maker?
I'd be lying if I told you, man.
Okay.
That was the one question I didn't ask him. Thanks, bro.
Because I'm going to be on a show like that.
Yeah? Is it with a guy named Dan?
It's with Rui.
No, I don't know that name. No, I'm not sure. But
Dan might be involved, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so he's got some creative stuff coming up where he's needed to throw events for the show that he's doing, the business that he's running. And he called me, man, and he's like, man, it's crazy because the first time I met you, you were like, you know, introducing yourself to everybody, and it was actually at Komodo. He's like, man, you were shaking hands with everybody. Hey, I'm John Jon. Hey, John Jon. And he's like, you had the smile, you had the energy. He's like, how are you not working like hospitality for like, I think he said Steve Wynn, which I'm assuming and he lives in Vegas. So he's like, why are you not on the Strip working hospitality with Steve Wynn? obviously the Wynn hotel.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't know, man, but you should introduce me. Like, I don't know the guy, but apparently that's the kind of vibe I give people. He's like, you would be amazing for hospitality. Like, you really care about, you know, people and showing them a good time and making sure everyone's happy. And I do. I don't. It's just, you know.
I agree with you. But I think working for the Win would limit you.
I wouldn't work for someone.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't work
limit
for someone,
you.
but
100%.
You know, that's the.
But I get the idea.
That's the conversation that he had. Yeah. So.
All right, so let's go into 305 Day. What's gonna happen at this event? What's the highlight? What's being showcased?
Man, thanks for asking. So, this is different from the networking professional events that we've done, and we were gonna do it again at Kiki. Kiki wanted us back. We already like promoted Kiki and all this, and then the owner of Only in Dade came to me and said, "Man, why don't we do a block party?" You know, like, and I got the approval from my partners, and we're shutting down the whole block, and we have the whole venue of Lincoln Brewery inside and out.
Question:
So,
how'd you guys get permission to shut the block down?
you gotta ask the owner of Only in Dade, man. Like I said, he throws the biggest events in Miami.
He
like,
probably knows
all
the mayor.
over. He's
Or
plugged
commissioner
in
or
with,
something like that.
He's plugged in with every venue, everything you can think of because of his lengthy,
his
career in that for sure. And even before this, he was doing events and all that, from what I'm aware. So really, we owe the event on how it's going down today to Only in Dade.
Why don't you guys do the after party at Kiki?
You know, the reason why I love the idea of the block party, because the way we were going to do it was the professionals, the networking and all that. And although there's still going to be professionals and networking going on at the block party, like the drinks at Kiki are $50 a drink.
Wow.
Right? And that's not for the community of 305.
I understand.
That's for the professionals, the people with money, the people that can afford it. The way I see it now is this is for the mom and pops with the family of 3. This is for the delivery driver. This is for the postal worker. This is
the
for
everyday man.
The blue collar everyday man to go have drinks with his friends after work. $4, $5, $6 a drink, affordable food. Bring the family. Bring, the community, the heart of Miami.
It's gonna be a zoo.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's something I've never done. It's gonna be a completely different experience for me and my partners, and I'm just so excited to see how it turns out.
From what time to what time?
From 6 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Oh, it's gonna be at night.
It's gonna be an amazing
It's a night
party.
thing.
It's gonna be amazing. Something that I feel like Miami has definitely seen before, but not how we're gonna do it. This is gonna be one of a kind. Like, I've personally never been to a block party in Miami. Like,
me neither.
I've lived here my whole life.
I've been to in New York, but not in Miami.
I've lived here my whole life, and I've never gone to something that like what we're gonna be putting on March 5th for 305 Day. And again, it's for the community. Like, I want to see the everyday person there. I want to meet the people who make the city go round.
Right.
That's the goal. That's the dream. At least that's the vision I have.
I see this being a yearly event.
I hope so.
I see
We
it.
already have 700 plus RSVPs.
That's crazy.
So we don't know how much more people we can fit. So
you're gonna have some tight security.
It's gonna be, the police is gonna be there.
Of course, you have to be.
So shout out to the law enforcement, man. We
Yeah,
hope we don't give you
gonna
too
have to
hard of a
be.
time, but thanks in advance for helping us out and helping us put this on for the city of Miami.
And if you do come to 305 event, leave your guns at home.
Please leave the firearms at home.
Leave
We're
your
gonna
guns
have
at home.
kids
Yes.
and good vibes,
Yes,
man.
leave your guns
and
at
the police
home.
is gonna be there. We got plenty of backup, security, law enforcement. They'll take care of it. Don't ruin your night. Don't ruin everyone else's night. But just come have a good time. Bring the family. Bring the friends. Bring the tias, abuelos, abuelas.
Hold on.
Come bring them out.
I want to see my calendar 1 second.
Whatever's on there, you got to clear it.
I want to. What's today?
Today is the 28th, if I'm not mistaken.
27th. Okay.
27th.
So here's what I'm
Okay.
gonna do for you. I'm gonna do my best to make sure this comes out next week.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope. If we could get this out next week, it
I'm
would
gonna
be
do this too.
great promoting.
I will put you to the front of the line. Because otherwise, this won't come out till like mid-April.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Front of the line. Let's get it out there. Let's get it
got
out
you.
there, man. And again, not for me.
I got you. 100%.
For the community.
100%.
For the community.
100%. I want this content to be able to for you to use to promote it for the event.
Yeah.
You talking about it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I
That would
got
be
you.
amazing. See? My dear friend.
I got you.
Yeah, catch me up on you, man. What's going on? You got the new setup.
I got the new setup.
How long have you been here? How's it going?
Bro, I think if I'm not mistaken, you were one of the last podcasts that I did at that old place.
Okay, so they've been here a while.
I got this place in September.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay, so we definitely shot before then.
Yes. Well, no. I found this place end of September. I moved in October 1st.
Got you. Okay.
Yes. So my old videographer, him and I were supposed to go split on a studio in Miami Gardens. We found this warehouse. It was dope. It was huge, 20-foot ceilings. It was a huge place. He went behind my back and put the deposit down without telling me.
I know the feeling, brother.
And then told me that he did that, and then, you know, it became sour from there.
Severed ties.
Yeah. So, you know what? God knows what he
best.
does. God knows best.
You may not know now, but later you shall understand.
Bro, it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's how I feel.
Because then I found this place.
That's how I feel.
I was determined to get my own spot, and I found this place.
You did it. Good job, man.
Bro, and I wish him all the best. I swear to God. But with that said, he still hasn't opened the studio.
Wow.
He's had it since August.
Wow.
He's dropped over $20K to redo it and still hasn't fully opened it. I've been operational since October.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a reality show shoot here. I've had multiple other influencers here. You know, things happen for a reason.
Things happen for a reason. Well, that's awesome, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It looks like it's going well. You were shooting before I got here.
Yes.
Looks like things are moving.
Yes. So I'm now doing a content package where I bring you in for 2 days and we shoot for about 10, 12 hours each day.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shooting.
Yeah. You leave here with 180 short forms of content that will last you 3 months.
Love it.
Including video, pictures. We do lifestyle shooting.
So that's 2 shots a day.
2 shots a day.
2 videos a day posting.
For
so
90
really
days.
Really could last you.
Class you 180 days if you do one.
Yeah, it could last you 6 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Just knock them all out in 2 days. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Me and you were going to chat about that.
So 100%.
Yeah.
So we do a solo podcast. We do 3 solo podcasts. We do one of you talking on your topic or services, and then we do a Q&A about your services. And then we do a top 3 to top 5 to top 10, like a frequently asked questions for your clients and customers.
Love that.
And then we do either a webinar or a masterclass, depending on what you want to do, where we bring out the whiteboard and you're teaching and you're writing and you're doing a full classroom event.
Love that.
Yes. And then we do 3 different outfits, a full photo shoot with you. I got the background, we set it up, we do a full photo shoot. And then we do lifestyle. We go on the beach, we go on Las Olas, and we're walking, shooting, you talking, doing what is it? Inspirational content.
Love it.
Thank you.
Yes. I was trying to get the word for it. I was like,
inspirational content. And then we get you vibing, you know? I had a client that came in. Bro, I kid you not. We're on the beach. We're walking down Fort Lauderdale Boulevard. A1A. And he was a magnet. People saw the camera. They saw him walking and began coming to talk to him. Began shaking his hands.
What do you do?
He got a client from that. He's a Christian coach for businessmen.
Wow, I love that.
And he got a client off of just doing this content on the street.
Wow.
So it's really cool. So we do this whole package for you where in the end, we create your logo, landing page, CRM, and we manage it all for you.
What more do you want, guys?
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Yeah.
Get up my guy, Leo.
Thank you.
Right now.
So I'm doing a full content studio where you could also rent this out for podcasting, VSLs, webinars, masterclass, whatever you want.
Whatever.
We'll cater to you, yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. I know it's going great.
Thank you, bro.
Like, you can't get all this if it's not.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, I've invested a lot of time, a lot of money. I want to do this right. I want to have a place where people can come, feel comfortable, build their content, and be able to share their message, their product out with the world.
And the
you know, I
vision.
want to be that vehicle to help you get your message out.
I love that.
You know?
I love that. I think a lot of people struggle with that the most. And I think people don't really know how expensive it really is to produce content.
Oh my God.
Like it's People think it's something that it's not. I'm like, man, they think I post a lot. I'm like, I don't post nearly enough because of how expensive it is to put this out there.
Time consuming.
Oh my goodness. And not even time consuming, and your mental capacity is just, you know.
We script it out for you, do the whole thing. You come here and you shoot.
That's it. You don't got to think about anything.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, man. You know, I think there are so many people are seeing the value of content. Right? 2025, if you don't have a presence on IG, YouTube, online, no one knows who you are.
You can be the best at what you do. If no one knows who you are, it doesn't matter that you're the best.
Correct.
Because they're going to go with Joe Schmo, who they see in front of their face every single day.
Exactly.
Get subpar service, and he's going to get rich giving subpar service because he takes the time to post videos online.
Exactly. It's your resume.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what I realized? What got me out of my little funk of like, man, what are people going to think? What this, what that? Is like, we get these platforms, you know, I'm not on TikTok, but TikTok's going crazy.
Yeah.
We get, you know, for me, it's Instagram, for example. But it's these companies that everyone in the world knows about. Even if you go to the middle of the desert, Ethiopia, you know, wherever it is.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, McDonald's, right? Everyone in the world knows these companies.
Yes.
But guess what? They're still paying millions and millions of dollars to be on Super Bowl ads, to be on commercials, to be on front of your face.
Hundreds of millions.
So it's like, if these companies are still, that everyone in the world knows about, are still using this much money to brand and market themselves, we can't take the time to post once a day on our free platform to promote our own businesses.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy to think that, right?
It's crazy, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And that's what flipped the switch for me. I'm like, wow, I'm an idiot.
And the other thing is, people think they need fresh content every single day. Bro, Coca-Cola will replay the same commercial in every single episode. You know what I mean? Like, if you're watching the news, the 8 o'clock news, the 9 o'clock, it's the same commercial over and over and over again.
Yep.
Clearly, you got to create new content. But I think you can
recycle it.
Exactly.
You can recycle
100%.
it. Yes.
One good piece of content could last you a month, a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. And I see like some of the big people, you know, you're not getting free marketing today, but a lot of the big people online, every 3 months or so, I'll see the video again. I'll be like, wait, and I'll scroll, and I'm like, there it is. And so they don't even take it down. They just recycle and recycle. And I'm like, wow, you know what? I actually never thought about that. That's smart.
Because it's new to somebody else.
It's new to somebody else, and it might reach a different target. It might reach a different person, and it's still valuable. So I never thought about that. I don't post nearly enough to recycle content just yet. I should, again.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Yeah, Let's talk.
We will.
Because I think you're so busy, you're one of the guys that needs to be hands-off. Scheduled, created and scheduled and post for you automatically.
I'm a big delegation guy. I run a few businesses, and it's just me more so managing them than anything. You know, getting the business in and saying, hey, Carlos, Ruben, Carlos, boom, 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 take care of it from there. Kind of guy.
I think you're at a point where you need a camera guy following you. You're at that point, John.
I was going to post about it today.
You're at that point.
I was going to post about it today, to have someone full-time just follow me around.
You're at that point.
Getting the content out there.
Yes.
Because if you realize, people are looking at the price of things. Oh, the price is $2,000, $3,000 a month. They're not looking at the cost. I want to make that very clear. Cost and price, completely different. The cost is me not getting that extra client every month.
Correct.
Or that extra 5, or that extra 10, or whatever it is. And how much is that costing you? If you have a high ticket offer and you can get one extra client a month by paying someone $3,000 to follow you around all day and produce content all day, then you're losing $7,000 not hiring that person with just that one client.
Correct.
So that's the cost versus the price.
Exactly.
So I think a lot of people...
What a great way to see it.
Right? So a lot of people don't realize that. So it was like that switch and the whole marketing, like, you know, these big companies still paying all these millions and, you know, I bet billions of dollars to get in front of people. Those two switches are like, man, like, what am I doing? You know?
Bro, my videographer, Max, indispensable. The more money I make, the more money he makes.
You have to.
Indispensable, bro.
You have to.
Someone like that, like, it's so hard to find good quality people.
It's hard, man.
Who see your vision, you know, who buy into the vision, who want to grow with you. You know what I mean?
Buying in is the most important part.
Indispensable. I will pay him whatever he wants. No, Max.
No, I agree.
Indispensable,
I couldn't
bro.
agree more. I could not agree more.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Man, and
Gotta get your camera guy, John Jon.
I know, I do. I was actually gonna post today, and I am when I get out of here because I need someone for my event on Wednesday. So I need to find someone who does good work and I can count on. So a lot of people are just unreliable, man.
Yes.
Unreliable.
Listen, I would share Max with you, but no.
Max, how much you get paid, bro? Oh man, no man, and I love that. And kind of to tie it all back to like why we're even here is because of an event in the first place.
Yes.
When we shared a stage.
Yes.
2022.
Was it
right?
22?
Was it 22 in July?
22 or 23? Either or.
One of those, man.
Yes.
Again, shout out Jay, man.
Shout out Jay Monopoly.
For Better Way, man. That
Yes.
was crazy how everything, and again, because it's events. Look at all the doors
Yes.
that the events open up. And this is just like 2 or 3 little examples of all the value that comes after the fact, man. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. Even doing the events, if you're not posting about it, if you're not building that brand online, it means nothing.
I agree.
Right?
You got to capitalize on
You
it.
gotta capitalize. You gotta keep the momentum going. The more hands you shake, the more money you make.
Yes.
You know? So
Did you guys record that whole art puzzle with Artlanta?
we had someone following us around. Yeah, I had 2 guys there actually. I was
Yes.
like, I'm not missing this. But man,
Yeah.
some of the content, man, is crazy. Some of it I could post, some of it I couldn't post. But I got to do a better job of really sitting down, going through the content, splitting it up, and utilizing it a lot more than I have been. And it's crazy. Everybody's like, man, you post so much, or you're doing this, or I'm always see you online. And I'm here in my head, man, if only you knew I don't post like I only post a fraction of what I should be posting. Like, you know,
It's so time consuming.
so time consuming, man. So time consuming.
You got a VA?
Yeah, I do. I have a couple. One of them was recently stolen from me.
You want to go into that?
Nah,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Good vibes.
Okay.
But just goes back to the company you keep, man. Make sure you're keeping the right company. Make sure you have people around you with good intentions, and protect your business, man.
I just want to say this. When I met you two, I was like, damn, bro, I want a brother like that.
He's family.
I know.
His mom was just at my house this last weekend. His mom was just at my house this last weekend. I got a lot of love for them, man. I couldn't believe the route that was taken and the things that were done. It's just like, I wouldn't do it to a stranger. You know, it's just the first rule of business. You don't
I'm
jump
going to ask you
people's
one
fence.
thing, then we can move on. Why do you think it turned so quickly?
Honestly, man, I think there's some animosity. I think there's some kind of jealousy, some kind of, even though I don't want to think that way, it's been maybe a month now, and I just can't see any other way to see it differently. I don't know how he thinks that way or who allowed him to think that was okay. Because I wouldn't do it to a stranger. You don't jump someone's fence.
No.
And you don't. And it's family, bro. It's family. I've known him since, I don't remember not knowing the guy. I don't remember not knowing him. Like,
That's
since
crazy.
diapers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, when family's involved, just don't do business with family, man.
That's just disrespectful.
Yeah. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
I've talked to multiple people, tried to see different point of views, and everyone's point of view is the same. Really? How could he do that? Like, how does that calculate in his head to something that is okay?
Right.
And hey, man, I guess that's why some people are successful and some people are not, man.
If he had approached you differently, if he had came to you and said, bro, I really like your assistant,
We would have shared him. Because that's what we were doing anyway. I didn't have to do that.
Right.
I didn't have to offer him to our team. I can be like, we're going to get a brand new one just for the team because my guy's my guy. No. Selfless John Jon is, hey, don't worry. I'm already paying him. He's already been trained by me for 4 years.
Wow.
4 years. The first year I hired him, I only made $30,000.
Wow.
And I still kept him on because he was that invaluable to me.
And where the fuck was his loyalty to you?
Exactly.
4 years.
And the VAs are a dime a dozen.
Yes.
You know what he told me? He goes, oh, I didn't feel comfortable sharing your assistant with you. He didn't feel comfortable sharing my assistant.
And get your own.
With me.
Go get your fucking own.
Thank you. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And
He didn't want to have to do all the training. It's probably what it was.
He's like, oh, I spent 4 months training the guy. And I'm like, well, you trained him to do the specific things that you wanted him to do, but it's like he already knew English. I had to teach him how to pronunciate each letter, how to, what's silent, what's not. Like,
that's crazy.
Putting literally from scratch, from Zippo, nothing, to all you got to do is, teach him a more complicated word that he already knows the whole language. How hard is your training? You know what I mean? You just said, yo, do this instead of this. That's all your training was. You didn't even really train him. You just gave him commands on how to do shit differently.
Right.
I trained the guy, put
hours and hours.
Oh my God, man. The first 6 months was me still doing all the work and him just on the video calls, just like watching me do it and how to do it.
Wow.
Poor guy had to, command him on how to do things differently. So yeah, man. I mean,
you got a new VA?
Yeah. I had to. The crazy part is I'm just now getting up and running with my new one. Still doing the video call. It takes a while. It takes a while, man, because it's not only you're teaching them real estate, like contracts, laws, like everything from A to Z. I mean, people who have bought houses know or haven't bought houses don't even know where to start, let alone someone from a whole nother country.
A word of advice. Record.
Yes, 100%.
The whole process
100%.
of you training this new person.
And that's what I didn't do 4 years ago, right? I didn't know any better. I was a baby in the industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And you know what? It is what it is. It's all a learning experience. It's all a lesson.
Yes.
Keep your VAs tight, guys. Keep your VAs tight. So it is what it is, man. We'll be there. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And the way I see it is like so many doors and so many opportunities have opened up since that I don't have to share with him anymore. Like I was the guy who, even though an opportunity came my way and was for me and I would make money doing it, we were partners in that. So I would split everything with him, no questions asked down the line. You didn't even lift a finger. Don't worry about it. For the event we did, he was not even involved whatsoever at all, but was getting cross-promoted. Like it was his event, like putting him on stage, speaking, introducing him to my network. It was, I had 4 out of the 5 agents that we had. It was my branding, my intellectual property with the whole brand, logo, website, my title deal, my assistant.
That's crazy.
Literally everything was mine. I got the opportunity to open up my own office and kind of franchise my brokerage, Lux Properties. So I own an office for Lux Properties. Me and my broker are 50-50 on the P&L.
That's awesome.
Me, Selfless John Jon, was like, you know what? We're doing this together. Like, I'm going to give you half of my 50%.
Wow.
I brought him to the company as well. And now the company gives leads. All the business that he does is from the leads that the company gives. Granted, he did move 2 hours south, so he kind of moved away from his market. But had he not been with my company right now, his business would be on the ground. He would have no assistant. He would have no title deal. He wouldn't have gotten any of the cross promotion, building the brand. Oh, and he stole the social media accounts, changed the passwords, changed.
Excuse me?
He left me with nothing. He left me with zero. He was like a bad wife.
There's more to this. There's more to this.
He was a bad wife.
That sounds evil.
Evil. There's no
like there was hatred there.
That's what I'm saying. I hate to think evil. That it's anything other than like some kind of animosity or jealousy or something. But I'm okay because you know what? Like you said, it was the best thing that could have happened to me because now now I know. Now I'm good. I'm doing my business my way, and so many opportunities have come that, man, I would have to share, and now I get the whole pie.
Do you think that things came
happy.
too easy for him and he didn't appreciate it?
He didn't appreciate it. Yeah. He didn't appreciate it. He didn't look at like everything that I was doing. You know, when we came into this, we knew I was the face, I was the brand, I was the network, I was everything. And he was our systems guy. He was our operations. He was the back end, do our SOPs,
right.
You know, make sure that we're running like a company, you know? And that was the agreement. I held up my end like tenfold. Like, I sit here today and I can tell you, like, there's nothing that I said I would do that I didn't do. And he was keeping his end on that side, but got upset, I guess, that, like, I guess I make it look easy. It's a
gift.
So he feels that, like...
Oh, I can do it too.
And guess what?
Good luck, bro.
He's got a team with...
0. Goose egg.
So, hey, man, and I don't say this, like, you know, I feel bad even talking about this online because I do got love for the guy, but, like, the truth is the truth, you know?
100%.
Truth is the truth.
Having love doesn't stop the truth. The fuck happened?
It doesn't. And you know what? Our team was...
And I think it should be spoken about because people want to see the dirt.
Yeah. And
they want to see the truth.
I've always been super transparent. Like, my brand is transparency. Like, I do not lie online. There's no cap. There's always documentation over conversation. Like, I share my losses. I share the struggle. I share the wins. I tell people my story. Like, I've been very vocal and very transparent about the fact that in 2021, I only made $30,000. But then in 2022, the first quarter, I slammed the 100K, slammed the first 6 figures ever in my family in just 3 months.
It's incredible. Congratulations.
Like, I've always been transparent. I've never been this person I was always successful and I was always this. No, like, I've spent nights crying. Is this what I should be doing? Is this my purpose? I've thought multiple times to quit real estate, go in other industries, get a 9-to-5, get something stable, get some security. Doubted myself a million times over. I'm not gonna sit here like it's always been pretty and it's always been sunshine and rainbows.
It's a roller coaster ride of being an entrepreneur.
Just the highs are high and the lows are low.
Yep.
You know, and that's kind of why I haven't really been online the past 3 months, because this all happened before Christmas.
Wow.
Right before Christmas, like 2-3 days before Christmas.
That's crazy.
And the lows were low, man. The lows were low. And the crazy part is our team was number 1. We slammed, I want to say, like 40 listings in a matter of 4 months or 5 months, something like that. Like, we were number 1 in the company. Like, everyone still comes up to me today like, oh, you guys are the listing kings. And I'm like, it's not you guys anymore. But yeah, thanks. Like, you know, we had a run, and
it's not the big 3, it's just big me.
It's just big me, baby. It's just big me. But yeah, man. So that happened.
You know what though, bro? God trimmed the fat right before the new year.
100%.
You know, you started the year fresh.
100%. So many opportunities.
I know it hurt. I know it because I've been through the same. I know it hurts. But you know what? God knows what he does. He cleared the path for you. And now you're going to shine, my brother. You're going to shine.
100%, man. I didn't know then, but like you said.
I mean, you've been shining. I think that's a problem. You've been shining.
Yeah, I mean.
And that fucks with people.
Yeah, I truly, I don't know. I don't know. You know, there's 3 sides to every story, right? You know, my side, his side is the truth. But I've talked to a lot of people, man, and I say the truth. I tell the truth. There's no reason for me to lie about anything. I never have. That's never been my brand. Anyone who knows me, like, people do like, I could tell people we're gonna make $1 million selling ice in Alaska, and they're like, really, bro? And I'm like, bro, just trust me. And they will go and ride the wave with me because of my history. Like, I've never ever lied to anyone.
Bro, I would love
business.
to see you do that. Sell ice in Alaska.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's the type of brand that I have. People. Like, even my other guy said, like, bro, I did this because I believe in John Jon. Like, I didn't do this for this, that, or the other. It's like, because I believe in you. Like, I've seen you come from nothing, you know, as a kid to this. And, like, I want to do business with you. Even so many people I talk to, they're like, bro, I've been trying to find, like, any kind of avenue to, like, just get into business with you because of some new opportunity that I'm doing with Jay that we'll be talking about the next time I'm on here for sure.
For sure.
So I've been pitching it to some people. And people are getting into it again just because of they believe in what I say, they believe in my brand, they believe in John Jon. You know, no other reason than that, because I've been able to build that authenticity online, and people see it. You know, it oozes out of me from,
Isn't that incredible?
From their words.
Isn't that incredible?
I love
that
it, man.
just by you being you, people connect and gravitate to you.
Yeah, like I said, man, all glory to God, man. He's, you know, I'm not supposed to be here. You know, I'm really not supposed to be here. Not in this seat, not at these events. I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed, and I owe it all to my Lord and Savior, man, for sure, 100,000%. Yeah, it's very humbling.
Tell me, when did your connection with God get this strong?
I always grew up going to church. But I never bought in. Like, I always believed. I was always, I always had this heart. I always knew that there's a bigger power, a higher power. But the second I was not forced to go to church, I stopped going, which was probably when I was in high school, somewhere around there,
same.
right? Even when I would go to church as a kid, I would just do anything to like take myself out of that environment, like in the sense of like, you know, just not wanting to be there. You know, you're a kid, like you don't want to go there on a Sunday. You want to play video games and all that. So like, I'll be like, oh, I'm sick, or I'm there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like as a kid. But in 2020, the end of 2023, you know, I was making good amounts of money, more money than I always told myself. If I made 6 figures, I would be happy. Like, I was always like, young John, 18, 19 years old, please just let me make 6 figures. Like, I'll be good. I won't ask for anything else ever again. Right? And, you know, after 2 years of making great money, doctor money, you know, you start to think about what you want in life. And like, I wasn't happy. You know, people think money makes you happy. It could get you temporarily happiness, right? Like when you go on that shopping spree and you're trying on those clothes, or, you know, you're on that boat that you rented, you get temporarily happiness. But when you're alone in bed at night and you're looking up at your ceiling and you're thinking about everything, like, I wasn't happy. I didn't have my purpose. I didn't have, you know, I just had a hole in me. And I kept telling myself, like, I want to get my relationship with God back. And I told myself I would go to church that year. And I went like a couple times, maybe like on the major holidays, like Easter and all these things.
Something.
And it was a start. Yeah. And come December of 2023, I meet a girl that was...
It's always a girl.
Incredibly, like she was just so proud and unapologetically herself, and like loud and proud about her faith, where like I was like, wow, like, is this when, like, you ever heard the story? And I always refer back to this because this is what was going on in my head, and I really thought this to be true. It's like a guy's drowning in the middle of the ocean, and a boat comes by and it says, hey, you need help? And he's there drowning. No, don't worry, God will save me. And then, all right, and then a yacht comes by. Hey, you need help? No, don't worry, God will save me. And then a helicopter comes. Hey, you need help? No, don't worry, God will save me. And the guy drowns. And he goes up to heaven and he says, God, why didn't you save me? He's like, man, I sent you a boat, a yacht, and a helicopter. What are you talking about? And because I was asking for, you know, to build a family and to get back into church and get those values that I knew were what I wanted and who I was deep down inside.
Tell me you guys are engaged right now.
No, we're not, man. We're not. I actually went through one of the worst times in my life during that breakup. But we got together and we started going to church together, and she really taught me what it was to be unapologetically proud of
That's
your
beautiful.
faith. And we ended up, you know, not being the best couple together, right? We weren't each other's partner, I guess, which hurt. And I went through a very rough time in my life, and you know, ended up having to go back home to my parents' house for the first time in 8 years because I subleased the place I was living at, moved in with her because we were already like, we were moving so fast, but because the relationship was faith-based. Like, I've never had anything like it ever in my life. Like, if you would have told me the things I was doing so quick into that relationship with anyone else, I would have been like, man, I'm in the talking stage with someone for 6-8 months, let alone moving in with them and church and this and that and the other. But it was just so strong in faith that I thought that was my boat and yacht and helicopter, right? And I was like, I'm not missing what I prayed for, right?
What changed?
We just weren't good partners together. Like, it wasn't anything specifically. It was just, I don't know if it was because we were spending so much time together or...
What do you mean you weren't good partners?
Everything just seemed to be a problem. Like, we weren't meshing well together, you know? And it's unfortunate, but I know that, and going through that tough time, I know that I got exactly what I prayed for. God put her in my life to give me that relationship with him that I was begging for again. And when all that happened, I was like, God, like, why is this happening? Like, I'm back in church, I'm praying, I'm journaling, I'm doing all these things, volunteering and you know, surrounding myself with mature Christians and all this stuff. And, you know, God says you may not understand, but later you may not know now, but later you shall understand. And now I understand why I went through that rough breakup. It was because I got exactly what I was asking for. She might have not been my partner, but I got my relationship with God back. And if I have to go through all that again to have the most important relationship in my life, I would do it all again, you know? And that's
beautiful.
That's really what got my faith back, man. And I might not have got it how I wanted it, but I got it, you know, and it's been stronger than ever. And every time I'm down and out, he gets me right back to where I need to be. And I'm like, wow, like, it's amazing, you know. That's the best way I can describe it, you know.
Are you still single?
I am single, technically, yes, but I am seeing someone.
Okay, so you're dating.
Courting, dating. I guess they call
right.
it dating now, right?
Yeah,
I used to call
yeah.
it dating like when you're, you know,
Together.
boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, not anymore.
But yeah, it's not called dating anymore, right?
That's
No?
called being in a relationship, and now,
Yeah.
and then dating is just you guys are seeing each other.
Correct. We're seeing
Yeah.
each other. So yeah, I'm seeing someone now. It's going well. It's only been a month.
Okay.
So nothing crazy. Definitely not moving as fast as the last one.
What does John Jon look for in a woman?
Morals, values, a good family, someone who has a relationship with God. That's the most important to me. If that's not there, then I wouldn't want to waste my time because I know how I want to raise my kids. I look for someone who is successful in this game called life, right? Not because I don't want to take care of someone. I do want to take care of someone. I just don't want to take care of someone who needs to be taken care of, right? I was raised paying all the bills. I go on dates, I pay for everything. Parking, gifts, flowers, food, rent, all that. That's not the issue. The issue is if I'm gone tomorrow, are you going to be able to go back to being successful in this game called life and take care of my children? Or are you going to run to another man that's going to raise my kids the way he deems fit because you can't support them on your own? That's
Wow.
what John Jon looks for.
That's deep, and that's very direct. You know exactly what you're looking for.
I know exactly what I want.
That's awesome.
And this one checks all those boxes. So we'll
That's great.
see how it goes. See how it goes.
I'm pushing for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're gonna be a good dad, bro. You're gonna be a really good dad.
I want a big family, bro.
You're gonna be a really good dad.
I want 4.
How old are you now?
27.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah.
I had my first kid at 31.
Okay.
Yeah. Second one at 33.
I'm about there.
Yeah.
You know.
I got married at 28.
Okay, so I'm behind. No, I'm kidding.
No. No, I think you got until 30 to get married.
Yeah.
I got married too early, I think. I think 30 would have been good.
Why you say that?
I felt like her and I were together for 10 years prior to getting married.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot
So
of
you were
pressure.
18.
I was 18 when we got
Wow,
together.
high school sweetheart.
High school sweetheart.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Sometimes.
It's like I lost my golden years.
Sometimes. But the thing is, there was so much pressure, you know? You're together 10 years. When you're getting married, you're almost 30. You're already 28. Blah, blah, blah. So I proposed at 25, and we planned our wedding for 3 years and got married at 28.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It worked out.
Still together?
Still together.
Oh, amazing.
Married
Awesome.
9 years in May.
Beautiful.
It's been a crazy roller coaster ride.
Beautiful, man.
We've had our ups and downs several fucking times.
As all
As all.
couples
We own
do.
a business together. We have 2 kids together. and we share a beautiful life together.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
She's a good woman.
It's awesome.
She's someone that we grew up together. You know what I mean? So I think the bumpy roads that we came across were ones that people evolve differently, especially when you're married. You got to meet halfway.
100%. It's all about compromise.
Right. So there's a lot of times when you're that young and you're growing up together, you can grow apart, even though you're married and living together. People evolve differently. You end up wanting different things.
I agree. I kind of feel like it's a lot different, but I feel like that with the friends that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Like now we get together and they're still talking about, you know, the good old high school basketball days and like the NBA and who won what game and who. And I'm like, man, like after 10 seconds of being in that conversation, I'm just like, man, I need to get out of here. Like, I don't have anything in common with them anymore.
Where's the business talk? Where's the evolution talk?
How do we get rich together, guys?
Yes.
Like, how do we move forward in this game of life, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just not there. And I'm just like, and I wish it wasn't like that. Like, I wish it was back to those days with not a worry in the world, and they were my best friends. And you know, it's just like the goals, the everything is different. So I'm kind of comparing that with my friends to like seeing how, you know, you getting together so young, because that's really 18 to, you know, the next 10 years, that's when you really grow and know, like I just kind of found myself, you know, now I just kind of know. Can you imagine that if that growth isn't aligned, how difficult it can be?
A couple years ago, about 2-3 years ago, I'm talking to Jay. We're having a conversation, right? And I'm like, Jay, 28, 36, and 42 are the 3 ages that a man really grows and life really changes.
Every 8 years. And mine was at 26.
Yeah. So as you know, Jay just had a baby.
Jay did just have a baby, man. Shout out to Jace, man. Yes. Shout out to Jace.
Yes. So he called me and he's like, bro, you are so right. He goes, I'm 28, just had a baby, my whole life changed.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I think most men don't really get it until about 26 to 30.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're delayed in our maturity level because our prime is 35. A woman's prime is 23 to 26. A man's prime is 33 to 38. You know, it's very different. We mature 10 years later.
I just got this full beard. You know? Yeah, man. That's awesome, though. That's awesome. I got to go visit Jay. I got to go visit him. I went for the baby shower.
Yeah.
But I got to go see Jace. I haven't seen Jace yet, man.
He's coming soon, I think.
I think he is coming soon, but I gotta make my way up there. I gotta
Yeah.
make my way up there for sure.
When you going?
I was supposed to go this last weekend, man, but everything has been crazy with the change of venues, the events, like everything going on. I know for sure I'm not going to be able to go this weekend. So God willing, I'll be able to go the weekend of my event. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see.
Talk about that real quick. Talk about that partnership that you and Jay had and how the way I saw it was, man, like you guys really sharpened each other.
That's my brother, man. That's my brother. Like, if there's one person who has been that person for me throughout, like, me, I guess I want to say entering into, like, the real world of entrepreneurship and, like, making money and showing me how to move, what to say, where to go, like, what to look for in certain things. Like, he has been, like, I guess you could say mentor, right? Like, that's my brother. Like, you know, we ended up living together after knowing each other for like 6 months because we connected so well. Like, we share all the good, we share all the bad, right? And like, I've just never had a connection with someone like that, you know, that is aligned. Like, everything is aligned, you know? Like,
I know what you mean.
Like, business, we're aligned. Family, we're aligned. Spiritually, we're aligned. Like, when we have fun, we're aligned. You know what I mean? Like, that is my brother. I don't know any other way to say it than, like, that's my best friend, my brother, my mentor. You know.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I told him yesterday, we were on the phone. I was like, Jay, you opened the door for us, man.
Yeah.
you showed everybody how to do this and what's possible. He was the first one.
Yeah.
You know, he broke down barriers that we didn't even know were barriers.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
And I'm very thankful that he did that.
He does it for a lot of people, man.
Yes.
He's got that. Like a lot of people who don't know Jay, he might not come off as this, but he's got such a great heart.
Such a great heart. Such a good dude.
Yeah, like for his people, man, he'll go to bat. He'll go to war for his people, man. And you know, grateful. And it's crazy because again, going back to the events, I met him because I paid $10,000 to be a part of the mastermind that he was doing.
Look at that.
You know,
you got to pay to play, baby.
You got to pay to play.
You got to pay to play.
You know, it's crazy. And
those that don't get it.
They don't exactly.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't get it. And you know, going out there, he was like this figure, right? Because like you don't know him. You're like, now I just paid this guy $10,000, so now you're looking. He's like
Jay
on a
Monopoly.
pedestal. He's like epified. He's on a pedestal, you know. And you know,
he got bodyguards next to him.
You know
He's walking around with cameras.
Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this guy? So I was nervous and all that, like trying to find ways to like, I guess connect and all that.
Yeah.
And then you end up kind of just doing too much, and you're like, "Fuck, why did I do that?" But you know, just naturally, we ended up just getting, you know, a great relationship together. Luckily, he was living in Miami at the time, so obviously, me living here was a lot easier for us to get together.
For sure.
So we got together immediately after for the event, stayed in touch ever since, and then moved in together, and then it's been, the rest has been history, man. But it all comes from like me taking that step to like, you know what, I got a little bit of money now. That was after the, you know, having the incredible first quarter that I did in 2022.
Yeah.
And when I say incredible, like I made $30,000 the year before. Like to go from $30,000 the year before to $100K in the first 3 months, that's that's incredible.
Incredible.
You know what I mean?
You don't have to justify it.
So
it is fucking incredible.
So, you know, I wasn't scared to spend, and I've never been scared to spend. And I remember his partner, Levi, at the time, shout out my guy, Levi.
Shout out Levi.
Shout out Levi. DiVincenzo. Go get him for any jewelry needs I've borrowed.
Yes. I have to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, man, you got to get him on. You got to get him on. I'm thinking about getting a piece delivered at the event.
Okay.
I don't know, though. We might save that for the next one, Levi, so don't quote me on that one. But
real quick, side note. Your boy should have learned from Levi.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I'm gonna just leave that there.
I know.
I'm gonna just leave that there.
I know. Yeah. It is what it is, man. I hope, you know, we'll see what develops out of that.
Yep.
But Levi was the one who called me to sell me on the mastermind. And I was a little hesitant, but I remember sitting with my other boy, Jeremiah, and everyone told me I was crazy. Like, who are these guys? Why are you gonna give them $10,000? That's a lot of money. Da 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 da. Like, of course, all the naysayers, all the doubters are. That's always going to be like that.
Of course.
Even my own parents were like, why don't you go get a real job?
They're the first ones.
You know, go get a real job.
Yeah, bro. Parents are the first ones to knock you, to try to knock you down.
Yeah, and it's not their fault. It's just they're
fearful.
They're fearful. They're, you know, they want the best for their child.
Right.
They're not accustomed to, you know, taking risks and the life that we're
very
trying
low
to
risk
make
tolerance.
for ourselves.
Yeah. They want to play it safe.
Correct. Always. But I remember telling my friend next to me, and I tell him to this day, I was like, you remember that? And I told him, watch, bro, this is going to be the best decision I ever made.
And it was.
And it was, without a doubt, because all the doors that have opened up in my life these last 3 years, 99% of them are because of that decision to go out to Arizona to meet a bunch of strangers and share an Airbnb with people I never knew about and hop on a plane by myself and just like
bet on yourself.
Bet on myself and just see what comes out of it, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and best decision I ever made, man. Best decision I ever made.
So on that bet that you made, let's go into real estate. How's that going for you? What's the market like in Florida right now?
Man, I'm not going to lie to you, man. The market's a little tough. I've had the most listings I've ever had this last year. I was up to 20 listings.
Wow.
Now, if anyone knows real estate,
It's a lot.
like had never been in double digits before. I had, but with rentals. So I had like 4 rental listings at the time. So really I had like 6 listings, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like if you ask anyone, that's like great. Right now I have a couple in Georgia, and I'm also licensed in Georgia, by the way, and about 7 down here. So almost like at 9, 10. I think I have 2 coming soon in Georgia, so I'll be at 10. And that's amazing. I was at 20 at the time. My broker right now, we're Zillow's #1 referral partner. So she gets an influx of leads coming in all the time. She's got like 20 something right now, and they're not moving. Like nothing is moving. So if it's incredibly priced and incredibly sought after, of course it's gonna move. Stuff is still selling, but like compared to what it was before, the market is slow. We're in a buyer's market.
Yeah.
Like now is the time for buyers to take advantage, ask for closing cost credits, ask for repairs, go to that like neighborhood that you really want to be in and refinance later, because the rates will go down eventually.
Right.
A lot of us are very optimistic with this new presidency.
Yeah.
At least business-wise.
100%.
And we've seen a pickup in the market since the inauguration and even since the election night. And for sure, it's been way too soon to give him the credit, but a lot of it is the placebo of people anticipating what is to come, right? So
I like how you put that.
In turn, he does get the credit because he is instilling the faith.
He's a force to be reckoned with.
It's a force.
He really is. He's a force to be reckoned with.
It's a force.
Yeah.
So, in a way, he does get the credit for that, but the phone has rang more. The showings have been more frequent. And like today was actually a big day for me. Got 1 under contract, got another wholesale. I got 3, in this week, I got 3 listings, 3 showings at my $1.6 million listing in Georgia.
Nice.
My $1.6 million listing here in Davie is being shown for the 2nd time to the same family. Now the wife's coming out. So I got another showing request for one that I have like at 620. Things are picking up. I was like, oh, snap. Like I got a couple buyers who want to see this weekend. So like things are picking up a lot. So, I don't got it on me. I just picked up a $10,000 check literally 5 minutes down the road from here that I've been trying to get. So like it's picking up. Today was a great day in terms of, the action and the movement that's going on.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So to answer your question, it's picking up, but it's still slow because of interest rates. But I'm very confident. I'm very excited for, making real estate great again, for sure.
What advice would you give for a first-time home buyer?
Act now. Act now, because when those rates go down, prices are going to go up and the competition is going to go up. So if you really want an area, if you really want a neighborhood, right? For example, Miami Springs, where very few properties come, few and far in between, now's the time to take advantage and get the property now at the price it's at with the rate it's at, because when those rates do come down, not only are you going to be able to refi, but when the rates go down, the property values are going to go up. Yes. So you're going to be sitting on equity anyway.
Right.
So it's the best time. When's the best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago, right? So the next best time is today. And that's exactly what it is with real estate. No one has a crystal ball, but I guarantee you rather strike out swinging than looking at the ball go past you.
Give me 3 things that you've learned as an entrepreneur that you wish you knew a few years ago.
The one who talks the most loses. Success loves speed. And don't be scared to swing.
Just put that on a shirt. That was facts.
Take the risk, man. Take the risk, because like they say, 9 out of every 10 businesses fail. So if you knew that, if you knew you're going to fail 9 times, how much faster would you want to fail to get to that success?
I love that quote.
How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? Go for it. Everything is impossible until someone's done it. I think they said it was impossible to run a mile under 6 minutes.
They did.
And then
4.
Whatever it was, and then someone broke it, and then right after that,
2 people broke it. Yes.
It's like, so it's all impossible until it's possible.
It's all in the mind.
It's if you think you can or you think you can't, you're
right either way.
So just go for it, man. And again, no one pays your bills. And the only people looking at you like you're stupid online for posting content are the people that are too scared to do it themselves. You're showing them everything that they're not. At least you're there and taking the risk. They don't even want to bet on themselves. Why are you worried about the opinion of a sheep when you're trying to be a lion?
Bro, you're going to have some great cuts from this podcast.
Bro, great.
You're
I was
going to
thinking
have
about it. I was like, yo, we've killed this. I was like, we've killed this.
Fucking killing it, bro.
Yeah, man. This was a good one. This is probably my best podcast yet, to be honest with you.
I love it.
So, yeah, I came prepared, man. I should have got a cut, man.
You look beautiful.
Yeah, man.
John, I got one final question for you.
Tell me.
I ask everybody this. You know the Avengers?
Yes, I'm not the best with Marvel and then, all the different...
You know Thor?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Exactly. So to lift the hammer, you got to be worthy.
One.
Yes. So I think everybody's worthy.
Okay.
Some just don't know it yet.
Correct.
What would you say? I'm going to hand you this. Go ahead and hold this, please.
Okay.
All right. What would you say to people who feel worthless, who feel like they have no value?
Even Jesus was crucified. So why are you not going to go through it? Right? If they crucified Jesus, the Son of God, the Creator, the Holy Spirit, why is it that you think life's going to be easy for you? Life wasn't easy for God's Son. It wasn't easy for Jesus. Why should you have it easy?
That was a mic drop.
Why do we think life should be easy? They crucified Jesus. You could be the creator of the world and people are still not going to believe you. They're still going to doubt you. You could rise from the dead and people are going to say it's not true. So why are we worried about what everyone thinks and people's feelings? Get it. Just keep being a great person. Keep doing what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Life's short. It's here today, gone tomorrow. And, I encourage you to believe in something. Believe in whatever it is you want to believe in, but have something to believe in because without anything to believe in, what are we even doing here?
Wasting time, taking space.
That's
not co-creating.
Yeah, I don't know how else to put it. And that was a big one for me. It's like, God, why am I going through all this? He's like, did you see what they did to my son? Why wouldn't they do it to you?
Every Wednesday at 10 a.m., I'm part of a Bible study group.
Yeah?
I'm going to send you the link to the Zoom.
Please.
Yeah.
It's on Zoom. Perfect.
It's on Zoom. It's about 11, 12 men, and we come together every week. We read the Bible, talk about the scripture, reflect. It's incredible.
That's what I need.
Yeah, I'll bring you in.
Let's do it. Hell yeah. Thank you for bringing me on.
My man. Incredible. John, give me that back. Before you break it. I'm kidding. Do me a favor. Look at that camera right there. Let everybody know where they can find you, your IG, your website, your event, whatever you want to share.
Yeah, guys. So, like I mentioned, my name is John Jon Gonzales. Yes, John Jon is my real name on my passport, birth certificate, ID, all that. John Gonzales. That's how you guys are gonna find me on everything social. I promise you, I don't think anyone else has that name, so it'll be very easy to find, man. Just Google me. Your luxury real estate agent here in Miami, here to serve any of your needs: renting, buying, selling. Anything and everything real estate, hit me up. We do loans, title, hard money, everything in between. That's pretty much it for me, man. And
305?
305 day, March 5th, next week, Lincoln Brewery. We're shutting down the block. It is for the community. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring Tia, abuelo, abuela, bring the kids, bring the newborn, bring everyone out. Come have a good time and really embrace yourself with the city of Miami, the people who built the city, the people who we owe everything running so very smoothly the way it does day in and day out. All the glory. And shout out to God, man. Shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Bro, amazing podcast.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You are an incredible person, bro. I cannot wait to see what you do next. I'm rooting for you. God loves you.
Amen.
You got this, bro.
Amen. Let's do it.
305 is going to be a huge day, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro. Let's get it. One more thing I need from you.
Tell me.
Hold on. I forgot to close. What an incredible podcast with my man, John Jon Gonzales. If you're in Miami or Georgia, any real estate needs, reach out to John Jon Gonzales on IG. Let's get it. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. We'll see you guys next time.